So it feels like it was a pretty cut and dry conversation coming off Sunday Night Football. The 49ers are just a better team than the Dallas Cowboys. And we just saw what we saw, which we've seen multiple years in a row when those two teams meet up. But apparently not everybody feels that way, and there was some bad blood that existed after the game was over. Micah Parsons was on his podcast, and he talked about something that George Kittle did that he took issue with, which elicited a response from Deebo Samuel. But let's go back and listen to Micah Parsons' comments following the game.
George Kittle had 3 touchdowns on us, and he posted this thing to IG. He said, F Dallas. I just feel like he's making it way more personal than it had to be. Kittle's my guy, but I'm going to say this. Laugh now, cry later. We got something for that. Just trust. If we see them again, just trust. And we're going to put it just like that. I ain't going to put too much on it. You're going to make it personal. We can make it personal.
So that was Micah Parsons on his podcast, The Edge. And Deebo Samuel, the 49ers wide receiver, by the way, South Carolina Gamecock, just want to point that out. He was on Kay Adams' podcast.
Point out where Micah came from?
It's from We Are. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
Just want to clear that up.
You don't think everybody know where Deebo came from?
I don't think so.
Go ahead. Right.
No, actually, I would say I don't know that people do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Big time South Carolina Gamecock. But
Cox.
Deebo Samuel,
Gamecock.
he was on Up at Adams with Kay Adams, and he decided, well, if we're gonna smear this crap, let's go ahead and smear this crap all the way in the direction of the Dallas Cowboys as well.
It was already personal before the game started. Now, 42-10. I don't think you want to see us again. It might be a little bit worse.
Deebo.
I don't know what we trust.
Micah, Deebo, I don't know what to say. I'm getting uncomfortable.
I don't know what we trust. We trust, laugh now, cry later. I mean, I don't think you want to see us again.
Yeah. This is
Conversation sound uncomfortable.
that
You look
pretty to the point to me.
We're getting to the point now where we're using everyone's podcast as a jumping off point.
Yeah, right.
It's like whatever. The game was played. San Francisco waxed them. Dallas is in a tough spot. Unless they find a way of somehow getting the number 1 overall seed and they host San Francisco and Dallas, what's to make us think that it's not going to turn out the exact same way later on in the season? I mean, obviously you hope both teams stay healthy so they give each other their best shot. That wasn't necessarily the case in this game. But, I mean, if both these teams continue, if you're watching Brock Purdy right now and you're not impressed, I mean, you'd think he's only going to get better. Right? He's got 10 starts so far. He's only going to get better from here, not worse.
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, Jonas, if I was going to ask you, if you had to handicap this game the next time around, I think San Francisco is a 3.5-point favorite, something like that.
easy.
Wouldn't you think they'd be even more than that again in Santa Clara?
Oh God, easy. Yeah, this, and this is not just a one-off. This is year in and year out. Dallas gets dominated, and this isn't just a Brock Purdy thing. It happened with Garoppolo in the playoff game. Last year in the playoff game. I picked Dallas to go to the Super Bowl. I would love to sit here and say I'm just going to go ahead and continue to ride with the Cowboys and just feel nothing but confidence on the way out. After what I saw Sunday night, it's over. If they've got to see the 49ers again, they got no shot, and it's probably going to be on the road. And even if it was at home, I still think the 49ers would be favored in Dallas in a playoff game. I've seen what I've seen, and nothing changes my mind on how this outcome would turn out. And I love Micah Parsons, but I just think that there's a clear divide between both teams.
I mean, I think everybody has a personal deal against Dallas because Dallas is the most watched, the most paid attention, biggest fan base type of team, in the NFL. I mean, you're the golden child, so to speak. You play for Dallas, is what it is. So to have an F Dallas T-shirt on and to put it on blast, I mean, I don't know how personal that is. I think everybody loves to hate the popular guy, the popular team.
By the way, do we give Deion credit for that? It's personal. I mean, he's kind of been the one that started the season saying that about everything.
Yeah.
I mean, that's interesting.
I don't know. I'm just saying,
I don't know.
He's kind of the guy.
I don't know. When did he say that?
He said it before the season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They made it what? They made it what?
News, Q.
Personal.
They made it what?
I don't know that. I don't know that it has that much to do with what Mike is saying today. You know what I mean? I'm just saying,
like, I feel like kids nowadays get really impressionable, and they we hear catchphrases like, you see it, like, first off, like, I'm him. Whoever started that trend, like, now every dude that makes a play walks around and goes, I'm him. It's like, all right, cool, but you're the same person you've been, so whatever that means. But I just don't know. In the case of, like, it's personal, I didn't hear as many guys talk about things being personal as their motivation as to why they've done something until Dion said it for, like, week after week after week after week. And then he got, like, the crowd into it. Then he gets his team into it. He gets social media on it. And now dudes are all walking around and be like, yeah, man.
It's personal.
They made that personal. Yep. Like, they made it personal. Like, that's been, like, the catchphrase of motivation this entire football season.
I mean, I think you can get some good individual performances from people who take it as personally as Micah Parsons does. But unless the rest of them dudes are feeling the same way or can bring to the table the type of anger and just we're going to play mad moving forward, especially on the defensive side of the ball, just have an attitude about you, that irritable attitude where you just go out there and start kicking everybody's ass. Unless everybody's on that, I don't know how much this plays a part into moving forward. And if I'm the 49ers, they already look like they have to be the best team in the National Football League right now. They sure do look like they have a chip on their shoulder, like they have every single thing to prove. And that's hard. That's hard to deal with because you have a coaching staff that actually puts you in the right positions and the places to be as successful as you possibly can. They're just going to be a difficult team to beat, man. They are, to me, the hot ticket. San Francisco is a fun team to watch. And they're as good as advertised. So I can get putting it out there, Micah putting it out there, but I mean, that wasn't ass whipping, and it wasn't even a competitive game. No. It was never competitive,
and that's why I wonder because all the comments coming out of that game, from Dak Prescott to Mike McCarthy to Micah Parsons, it's almost like they're shocked at how that game went. That they went in there expecting, okay, now we're going to get our revenge. They've eliminated us from, and ended our season the past 2 years. This is an opportunity for us to show people why our roster can stack up with theirs. And Micah Parsons talked about that also post-game. Our roster, I don't feel like that we're that far off, et cetera, et cetera. And then they go out there and just get blowtorched from start to finish and are looking around going, no. It's almost like they're in denial about what happened.
Sometimes it's hard to comprehend that a team could be that much better than you are.
Every year.
It's definitely denial.
Every single year.
Can I be real? It's hard to comprehend that the 49ers are that much better than everyone else. But, they have separated themselves from everyone else. They do look that much better than everyone else in the NFL that they've played so far. I mean, look, maybe they'll stumble. Maybe they'll have one of those games where you go, what was that? But as of right now, they look like the best team in the NFL, the most complete team. I don't think you look at them and you say there's many holes or weaknesses in their entire roster.
Yeah, that's hey. Don't worry, Micah. Come on this show and start air out your grievances against George Kittle. And plus, it's been a little while since we've had some Penn State on Iowa crime here. So I think that pays for all of us.
It's been a while.
Yeah, let's start up a little feud here. What do you think about that, Sam?
Oh, it hasn't.
Yeah, your blowhard tight end from Iowa taking shots at my guy Micah Parsons. What do you think about that?
Well, I guess we're just balancing the scales from that shutout that Iowa endured a few weeks ago.
A lot of arrogance in Iowa lately because of their tight end production.
They did get shut out.
Yeah.
They did get shut out, but Iowa's tight end you.
Yeah, that's right. You guys love those tight ends.